Hello everybody and welcome back to Alex Elite Golf and the Sunday Swing Quest. Today we've got a special edition. We're here in Tenerife at Costa Adeje Golf Club on the 4th hole. Have a look at this view. Almost looks like we're going to hit it into the sea. So today's a Sunday Swing Quest and we've got Ash. Now Ash is struggling with the feeling of how he sets these wrists in the golf swing and wants to kind of increase the amount of wrist set. But at the moment we kind of classify as quite a wooden golf swing. So today is going to give him a framework to help him set his wrist during the backswing and also just give him a framework to stick to during the backswing. So let's get straight into today's Sunday Swing Quest. All about a framework we can stick to in the backswing and what we can do with these two. So today's Sunday Swing Quest is all about a framework we can stick to during the backswing. At the moment, we've got Ash. He's a left-handed player, so I'm going to do this drill actually right-handed, but show you left-handed. It's very much kind of all together in one piece during the backswing, and the same on the way through. So I'm going to talk you through in the right-handed version, Ash, because it's not going to be very good if I do it left-handed, and then you can apply this to yourself as well. So really nice and simple. All you need is 2 golf clubs, or you can use an alignment stick as well. I've roughly placed this 2 foot behind my golf ball, directly down my ball to target line. So firstly establish my ball to target line, place my golf club ball down, and place this golf club directly down this ball to target line, roughly 2 foot behind. So from there, I'm going to place my golf club, take my nice athletic stance, which Ash has already got. He's got a really good stance and really athletic posture, so we know we're all good from that point of view. And another fact, we've got a good grip. Anytime we've got a grip that's a little bit in the palm, potentially that's going to reduce our chance of using these wrists and setting this golf club during the backswing. But again, he's got a good grip. So we can tick these points off our checklist. So as we're coaching or as we're doing an actual normal lesson, these are the points and the checkpoints we need to go through, because these are sometimes the faults in which cause not a lot of wrist set during the backswing. So we know we've got those points set up. We can now address this golf ball and we can feel that we're going to stick to this framework now. And I could almost build this into my pre-shot routine as well. So position 1. Head, from my perspective, goes over the end of the golf club, so over the end of the butt of the club. Now this is the perfect move for Ash now. We want to feel that we set this golf club. So what I'm looking for here is that my arm is parallel to the ground, my lead wrist is nice and flat, and this butt of the club is pointing just outside my right toe, or anywhere between this golf club or my right toes, because this is either going to be a little bit too steep or a little bit too flat. My kind of ideal scenario would be having this butt of the club feel like it points around this area here, just outside my right toes. So position 1, position 2, position 3, pointing the butt of the club right at the end of the golf club at this face. So you can see here we're starting to build a framework and introduce a little bit of wrist set during this backswing. So I'll show you this one more time. Position 1, position 2, position 3. And as I do this, I try and keep my left arm as straight as possible and this lead wrist nice and flat, because that's going to keep good control of the club face. So if I showed you this from the face on point of view, it would look a little bit like this now. Position 1, position 2, position 3. As we wind to the top, we start to not only understand where this golf club wants to be, but also we get this body working as well, because if we don't, we're going to start to become a little bit more independent with the arms, which is not something we want to create. So how could we build a little bit more on these checkpoints? We're going to do this again for you. Position 1, position 2. So at position 2, I've got a nice shoulder turn starting to happen, my hip turn starting to move a little bit, and then from here, this position here, I've got everything set. All I've got to do now is feel like I put my back to the target. So position 1, 2, back to the target. I'm in a situation now where I've got a really nice amount of wrist set, but also I'm starting to stick to a framework during this backswing to hopefully get the body working better than the golf club too. So if we were going to hit this shot now, we'd see it look a little bit something like this. Position 1, position 2, position 3. Now address the golf ball, and when I do this, I'd introduce it kind of staggered to begin with. So I'd go through position 1, position 2, position 3, hit the shot, and then start to build it where it's not as staggered and a little bit more fluid, because it's going to be a lot more kind of transferable over towards the golf course. So here we go. Here's my staggered version first. Position 1, head over the end of the butt of the club. Position 2, nice flat wrist, butt of the club pointing just outside my feet. Position 3, pointing the butt of the club at the end of the golf club here, at the face. Right, now we're going to hit the shot. But from that position there, I felt that the club was nicely in sync as a point number 1, but also, in Ash's point of view, we started to introduce a little bit of this wrist set during the backswing. So guess what? We've got something to let go and give on the way through. Because if we're someone who doesn't set these wrists, we're really limiting our swing to a one lever swing. Now that's going to give us kind of inconsistencies in terms of club face alignment, but predominantly that's going to reduce our club head speed. The more levers we can create within reason, we may lose a little bit of control if we created more than 2, but if we can create 2 levers and have control of this club face with a nice flat lead wrist, that's going to give us, one, a little bit more speed, but also some more consistency, so hopefully longer, straighter shots, and we all want one of those. So let's now hit one that's a little bit less staggered and a little bit smoother. So we've seen the staggered version, and we've had the version where we've got the club in our framework here. If we were going to move this out of the way now, this is where we've got to start to trust our feelings. But guess what? Out on the golf course, there's always something down on the floor we can stick to. So whenever we're teeing it up or we're in the middle of the fairway, let's pick out some pieces of grass. And what I'd do is I'd pick out that piece of grass, which is our position at the top, butt of the club, pointing down to a mark on the ground, because that's going to give me a really good feeling of where I'm going to work through to a set position, to give me a swing thought, to give me a position on the way through. So Ash, now we've done that on your first framework, this is your version we'd have on the golf course. We might have a few waggles, position 1, position 2, position 3, but as we get over the golf ball now, we're just going to search for position 3. Some nice body turn, some nice hip turn, but ultimately giving us a sense of setting these wrists during the backswing. Here we go. Search for that position 3. Get close. A little bit like that. So now we've got that framework, what I want you to do is, Ash, I want you to do a 5-ball set for me. So our 5-ball set is what I kind of call a nice blend between practice and actual range work. So 5 golf balls. 3 which we're going to do is our staggered set. So position 1, position 2, position 3, hit away. And I'd start with an 8-iron or 7-iron to begin with and build it up through the irons. Last 2 shots, pick a target and make sure that's like a shot we hit out on the golf course. So looking for that set position at the top, because this is going to feel a little bit strange for you to begin with, but as we start to do this, we're going to start to improve our golf. There you have it, this week's Sunday Swing Quest on Alex Elliott Golf. Really nice simple framework for Ash to stick to hopefully increase a little bit more wrist set, so therefore a little bit more club head speed, but also not lose that control as well. Now, if you want to have a chance to win on the Sunday Swing Quest, you've got to do a few things. Follow me on all social media, so Instagram and Twitter, to not miss out on the relevant post, but also make sure you're a subscriber and hit that bell button down below. Also, leave us a comment. Now, today we're in Tenerife at Costa Decky, and like I said, here you can look at this fantastic view. And don't forget to give them a follow on social media as well. All their link is down below in the description.